Stampers, this is Dawn, and today we're going to make a wreath using the brand new Stamparatus. This is the part we're going to stamp to get that circular wreath in the center of my card that I'm showing you here. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me give you all the measurements. I'm using the Bermuda Bay for my base, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then a piece of basic black, which is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then the Flirty Flamingo, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then the Coastal Cabana, this piece is cut at 1 inch by 5 1/4. And then this piece is cut at 3 by 3 square. And then this piece of Whisper White is actually cut at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. But I'm going to show you a way to cut that with your Big Shot. Okay, so let me show you the Stamparatus. Okay, so this is the Stamparatus. Actually, there's another hinge door that goes here, but I'm only using the one door, so I just thought I'd just take it off. But this is the part we're going to make with the Big Shot today. We're going to make your template. I'm using the Smoky Slate for mine, just so that it shows up a little bit better on the platform of the Stamparatus. And I'm also using the Swirly Bird stamp set, which looks like this. It's a photopolymer stamp set, so that means with your Stamparatus, you're going to need this foam platform. And then also you can use your silicone craft sheet as a shim on your Stamparatus as well. So I laid the silicone craft sheet and then the platform of the foam sheet for your photopolymer stamp set. Okay, so let's grab our Big Shot. I'm going to show you how to make your own template for this really cute card. Okay, so I'm going to just use mine for my sample here to show you how I did it. And like I said, I used the Smoky Slate, and I'm using the layering square framelits, and I'm using the largest square, which this is cut at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And this template, the cardstock is cut at 6 by 6. And it's the reason it's cut at 6 by 6 is because that's the biggest size that will slide through our Big Shot. So we're going to take our framelit, and you're just going to lay it on your cardstock, and you're going to center it in between your 6 by 6 cardstock. Okay, so centering that, and then you're going to run that through. Then you're going to run it through at a diagonal. So you're going to take your framelit. So instead of cutting it at a square, you're going to lay it at a diagonal like that. Okay, and then you're just going to run that through. And of course, you're centering this between your 6 by 6 piece. And then that's your template. So now I put the up corner, because this is the way my template will sit on my Stamparatus, the way I'm using it. Okay, all right, so that's how you cut your template. And then I went ahead already and cut out a piece of Whisper White with the same framelit, because this is going to fit right inside of your template, just like that. Right, now we're going to do some embossing. We're going to take our Flirty Flamingo piece. Since I have the Big Shot out, I'm going to go ahead and emboss this. So our Flirty Flamingo piece, and I'm only going to emboss about 3/4 of it. Just like that. Oh, I got to change my platform. Hold on a second. Okay, so we have our Big Shot platform. I was using the magnetic platform, so you can't emboss with your embossing folders with the magnetic platform. It's not a high enough platform to use with the Big Shot to emboss. So you're going to need the platform for the Big Shot. And this also comes with the die adapter, but we remove that because we're just going to use the embossing folder, and it tells you right here on the platform. Okay, so back to the embossing folder. This is the Pertal Burst embossing folder. So let's run that through. Okay, isn't that beautiful? Okay, so let's go ahead and move the Big Shot. Okay, so but before we get to stamping, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the card first. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the 1 inch by 5 1/4 inch Coastal Cabana. Okay, so there's our base of our card. Isn't it pretty so far? All right, so now let's do some stamping with the Stamparatus. Okay, so we're going to open up our Stamparatus, and once again, we're using the photopolymer, so you're going to need your foam platform, and then I'm also using a silicone craft sheet that just gives it a shim so it raises up a little bit. And we're going to put our platform, with mine says up in the corner, so this is my corner here, so I'm going to put it right up in the corner. And then I'm going to put my magnet, and then this is your Whisper White piece. This is the 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. I'm just going to put one magnet on there. That should be plenty. All right, so now you're going to see how I positioned my stamps. Now these are the tiny stamps, which you probably can't see very good. It's this one and it's this one right here. These two smaller little swirlies. So what I did is I off-centered them from the point, so you can see them on the platform. This is the way they're going to stamp. This is the center point of my template. So I just off-centered it from the center point of the top and the bottom section. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and ink our stamps. I'm going to put an ink pad under here just to kind of position that so I can ink that up a little bit better. So I'm going to use my Bermuda Bay classic ink, and I'm just going to go ahead and ink my images up. And then I'm going to stamp it down. Okay, and then we're going to turn your little Whisper White piece here. So you're going to turn it and put it into that square here, just like that. Making sure everything is in position where the corner is up here. And then we're going to go ahead and ink it again with the Bermuda Bay and stamp it again. Okay, now we're going to stamp at a diamond or the diagonal shape. So we're going to use the Flirty Flamingo for this time. And I'm going to get out the Simply Shammy. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And I keep mine in the clear DVD cases, which are for our stamps. And you get 4 to a pack. And I'll have the number listed on the screen. But this stores really nicely in the case. Plus with it wet, you don't want it sitting on your table and getting something really wet. So with this Simply Shammy, you're just going to clean off your Stamparatus. And this is located in the annual catalog on page 206. And the Stamparatus is on page 207. So they really work nicely together. So once you clean off your images, then we're going to go ahead and ink this up with the Flirty Flamingo. And then we're going to go ahead and turn our cardstock in the diamond shape or the diagonal. Just like that. Making sure you put your magnet. And then stamp it down. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and turn it again. So you're going to turn it this way. Okay, I'm going to put our magnet. Once again, we're going to ink up the stamps. And then bring it down. This is going to give you your circular shape for your wreath, so you can see it forming now. And then we're just going to finish it off with the Memento ink. So let me go ahead and remove this so I can show you what that looks like. Okay, super cute. All right, so now let's go ahead and clean this off, and then we'll move the Stamparatus. Okay, so now we're going to use the Memento ink, and we're going to take the little flower that is also in this Swirly Bird, and it is right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the circles with this flower, and I'm going to stamp in between each of the sections. Okay, isn't that cute? All right, now we're going to go ahead and layer this onto the Coastal Cabana. So beautiful. Now on my card here, I did it at a diagonal, but you could also put it as the square, just like that, on the front of the card. But I kind of like the diagonal shape. So I'm going to do the same thing to this one. And I went ahead already and stamped the Happy Birthday. And this is from the hand-delivered stamp set. It's right here. It's beautiful. I love this font. And I'm going to go ahead and put this onto the front of my little wreath. And I'm going to put that right about, I'm going to put it up a little bit. That looks really cute. Okay, so then one more thing, we're going to add a bunch of rhinestones to those black flowers. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, isn't that cute? And then we're going to pop this up on Dimensionals. Okay, and then this is just going to go in the center of my card. Just like that. Love this birthday card. So simple with the Stamparatus. Okay, so then here's the other one. And then I made also a few other of the layers, so I'm going to make the cards up because I always need birthday cards. Okay, so I'll have all the items listed below, and then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye.